Hello everyone, I am Paul McGuire Grimes from Paul's Trip to the Movies. Viola Davis is back on the big screen and she is not to be messed with in the new movie Widows. In it, she plays a mourning wife whose husband, Liam Neeson, is killed when this heist goes horribly wrong. And after she's threatened, she gathers a bunch of the other widows to settle some unfinished business. It also stars Cynthia Erivo, Michelle Rodriguez, Elizabeth Debicki, Carrie Coon, as well as Robert Duvall, Colin Farrell, Brian Tyree Henry, and Daniel Kaluuya. So you can see that this cast is just phenomenal. It's directed by Steve McQueen, who also directed 12 Years a Slave. He went and co-wrote this script with Gillian Flynn from Gone Girl and Sharp Objects. So I want to tell you right off the bat, do not be late for this movie, as all of the setup happens at the beginning of this movie when we see that heist goes horribly wrong. So unlike other heist movies that we've seen lately, Steve McQueen and Gillian Flynn open this story up to the systemic corruption at hand in Chicago and how all of these stories kind of interweave together. We see Colin Farrell's character, who plays this politician who's carrying on in the powerful footsteps of his father, played by Robert Duvall. He's pitted against Brian Tyree Henry's character, who's also running for office. Robert Duvall is superb as this really racist curmudgeon in the movie who's always looming over his son. He really represents the old way of thinking and living, not willing to adapt to new cultures and a changing society. I really think that the city of Chicago is a vital character in this movie. We see how cinematographer Sean Bobbitt really captures the various neighborhoods that come into play within this movie. There's a topical nature to the movie that I couldn't help notice as well. We see this not so innocent priest state, ignorance is the new normal, ignorance is the new excellence, and that really hit home for me. As the leader of the pack, Viola Davis, Oscar winner, Emmy winner, Tony winner, she is in charge of the fine actresses that play the widows. We see each one of these women grieving, struggling with how to move on and what it means to pick themselves back up again. Like I mentioned, Cynthia Erivo, Michelle Rodriguez, Elizabeth Debicki, and Carrie Coon, watching all of them play around together, pulling this off was such a treat. This movie also comes with those third act twists that we've come to expect from Gillian Flynn. They will keep you guessing, as there are plenty of layers to the mess at hand in this movie. Given the complexity, given the ensemble nature of this movie, there are a lot of moving parts, and director Steve McQueen handles it all so well, as any small mishap for these characters have severe consequences, which means that you have to be paying attention as the audience. This all comes into play, this all is carried out so well, thanks to Hans Zimmer's really pulsating score, keeping the film's steady drive at hand. Widows is a nail-biter and suspenseful until the very, very ending. And then after it's over, you'll want to see it all over again. I know that's how I felt after seeing Widows. I'm giving it 4.5 out of 5 ticket stubs. I think it's one of the best movies of the year, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I do. Thank you so much for watching my review today. Click subscribe for more reviews, more interviews. I recently sat down with the cast of Instant Family, Mark Wahlberg, Rose Byrne, so you can check out those interviews. And then don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Paul's Movie Trip. And go to my website, paulstriptothemovies.com, for more reviews and more, and a link to my podcast on podcast one. It's called Paul's Trip to the Movies. Thank you so much for watching today.